Good afternoon. This is the Perch here from the Perch TV. I hope everyone's Wednesday is lovely. I nearly forgotten what day it was. Hope everyone is well. How we are delighted to be joined by Mia. How are you, Mia? How you going?
Yeah, I'm not too bad, thank you very much. How are you?
Yeah, I'm all good. Middle of the week. I mean, about 90% humidity. That's why ignore the hair. It's a mess. I've tried to do my hair today. Apart from the fact that the humidity in this place is on fire. And again, apologise if you can hear the aircon. I can't help it, unfortunately. Otherwise, I will just sit here and just drip in sweat for an hour, and you do not want to see that. It's disgusting. So I'm trying to keep myself cool as much as possible because it is really roasting at the moment. First of all, let's see who we got in the house. Big up to Proud to be Geordie. You are the first. Welcome. Hope you're doing, mate. How you doing? Rooty Toot, hope you're well. How are you? Big up to Paul O'Connor, one of the members, the key member when we've got all members in. Love it. Big up to you, mate. How you doing? Big up to Hod God. Hope you're well. How are you doing, mate? Hope you're doing well. Big up Mike Rays. You good? Danny Afton, I'd like to talk to you about why, in brackets, the cough, lead moderator himself, thinks that Pierre Millwood is that bad. It actually bugs me a bit and contradicts other stuff that gets said of what level our club is at. I'll be honest, I think Højbjerg are such a limited. I'd like to get your thoughts on it. I think Højbjerg is such a limited midfielder. I'll be honest, Dan. I think he's limited. I think, yes, he has passion and desire, but he's very limited. I think the great example, what Savas said a few days ago, was a great example. If you put Ndombele with his ability next to with Højbjerg with his effort and desire, you probably just created a £150 million player. But they're not. I think if you can get 30 odd million quid for him, I think you take it. Mia, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, I agree. And especially in the system that we're going to be playing with Postecoglou, I just don't think he's suitable. And people say, yeah, he's got a good pass, but he is very limited. And when you watch him, you can see he has times where he just doesn't turn up and he doesn't boss that midfield. And the reason I feel like people rated him a bit more was when we did have someone like Bentancur, who is a lot better on the ball, and he does all the stuff, that good, like, silky touch, turning on the ball, confident on the ball, and wanting to move forward. Because when we had that time, I can't remember what it was, and Sarr come on. As soon as Sarr come, I'm not saying Sarr is better than Højbjerg, but I'm just saying, for instance, when you see someone who wants to push forward, it's so different. But with Højbjerg, he does really side safe passes a lot, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I agree. I genuinely think he's very limited as a football player. I get he has desire, passion, and all that lot, but yeah, I think he's very limited. Let's see. Let's see how it goes really with him. Guys, there's 50 of you in here with 21 likes. Can we get to 50 likes straight away? That should be. I shouldn't need to say it every single time. We should be aiming for 50 likes immediately. You go in, click a little button, move it. We move. Big up to you all though. Big up to everyone in the chat. Big up. Yeah, big up LTL. Hope you're well. I just seen your message, by the way. So thank you for letting me know what sort of time. You can come on at any time, to be fair, on the during the during the live stream, the charity stream. And obviously, guys, if you haven't, go and check it out. All the things are on there. So I can't wait to see you all for the charity stream. It's going to be a bit of fun. Yeah, thank you for texting me, Jose. Hope you're well. Taymad, hope you're well. Big up Perchy. Thoughts on the Twitter post about Tottenham in talks with a majority share being bought by the American billionaires that is limited Liberty Media. So, Mia, I'd like to get your thoughts on this. So Liberty Media are the people that own Formula One. And there is a massive talk at the moment that Liberty Media are going to go and get a majority shareholding of Tottenham. It makes sense that we've already got the deal with the F1 track there. What are your thoughts?
Do you know what? We hear these kind of things all the time, and it's about whether it's actually going to get done. Everyone's like hyping it up. I don't know what source it's originally come from and how good that source is. So
they were linked before, though. They were linked before. I remember about a month or two ago.
Yeah, they were. Do you know what? I'm the sort of person, Perch, I'm going to wait to see if it really does happen, because part of me just feels like, is it going to happen? I'm always a bit dubious about this kind of talk,
Yeah. No, I absolutely agree with you. I agree. I think proof is in the pudding, isn't it? If that makes sense. I think we'll find out. We'll see very soon what happens and if it happens and stuff. But yeah, Listen, we'll only find out nearer the time, definitely. Big up SPT, single parent theory. Hope you're well, mate. You're always in here and a big supporter of the show. Hope you're doing well. How many academy players debut in 23-24 season? Me thinks a few after T. I'm not sure what you mean. I mean, let's just work it out. I think Divine will get a start. I think he'll get game time this season. He'll make it. I mean, that's what his debut. He's already made a debut, but I'm not sure.
I don't know how many already, because we've had such a gap between the main team and the academy. I don't know how many of them are actually that ready, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean,
Hopefully
it'll be interesting. I want to see it. I like seeing the academy players through. Yeah. No, agreed. Yeah, agree. SPT as well. Agree. Hoymier won't sort the ad system. He's not. He's not right. I don't think so. Yeah, big up, Bill. Hope you're doing well. Smash the like, guys. Come on, 26 more likes. That'll be lovely. Big up, Paddy. How are you doing, mate? Yeah, I'm all good, mate. I'm just preparing myself for the charity stream, and I probably shouldn't have done about 15,000 streams yesterday with people. I did one in the morning with Sava, then mine. Then I did a podcast with a friend of mine, helped him out, Spurs podcast, which was really good. Go check it out, The Hotspur Way. Really new podcast, me and him, James on Twitter. I'll plug that. He's a big up to him. He's a top guy. Yeah, and then went on Tommy's show and then went back on Sarah's show in the evening. I literally didn't sleep, barring putting in work in the middle of all that. It was crazy. Yeah, but yeah, I'm tired. But I'm trying to not do too much now until the charity stream. Big up Future. Hope you're doing Future Music. Sup. Big up. Dragon D's Nuts. I always say the best name on Twitter. Big up to you. Hi, Perchy. Humidity same down here in Alicante. Aircon is a must. Yep, the aircon is ploughing its way through. The humidity is absolutely chaos, Martin. But are you on holiday? If you're on holiday, it's probably not too bad. Just jump straight in the pool. But when you're sitting here with two screens, a computer, a light that isn't on, but it's too hot at the moment.
Do you know what, Perch? You think your hair's bad? I've got curly hair, so in the humidity, my hair goes like Monica from Friends.
Hair goes all over the place in the humidity, but it's just mad, yeah. Big up, cousins. Yeah, go over and sub to Mia. I'm not sure
I've just done a video with Flav, actually, from the Fighting Cock.
Oh, well, we'll definitely after this stream, guys, go over there with the that's your second one with Flav, right?
Yeah, it's my second one.
Oh, God, you and big people in big places, eh?
Right, you know.
Sava said this, Sava said that. Have something of your own. But Dave, listen, I go on streams with Sava. Me and Sava talk about stuff. We talk a lot. I talk about with other people. I mean, what do you expect? Us YouTubers, we do talk to each other. I'm not going to sit there and make a quote up that wasn't mine. I didn't say it. So I will credit the person that said it. Gee, you don't need to be so toxic like that. There's no need for it. What, like, your first reaction is that? Like, come on, man. He's been most consistent player. I'm assuming talking about Højbjerg, Dan. Most consistent player, bar Kane. He's not great, but he's box to box, not a playmaker. Listen, I think when we say consistent, consistently what? Consistently average? No disrespect, Dan. I get your point, but there's not many times I go with Højbjerg going, he's the one that's been our best player on the pitch. I can't tell you how many times that's been. Handful, maybe. Politely say.
And also, in such an awful team, it isn't really saying much that he was one of our most consistent players, do you know? Like, the team was awful.
But, do you know what I find it funny? And big up, this is the point what I say about Højbjerg, and this is the point, is that when all season we go, what have we been terrible? We've been terrible at the back and we've been terrible in midfield. Awful in midfield in times. But then people say Højbjerg's consistent. Like, you can't balance out. Everyone tells me we need to improve our midfield and then say Højbjerg's great. I just don't see it. I don't see what people see with him. I'll be honest. Sky breaking and Mitch is asked to leave for Saudi. Wow. I mean, if that's another one that's going, that is
crazy.
Yeah, that's mad. Fair play to him. Go and get the bag, I say. Go collect it. Go collect your money, big boy. Paul O'Connor, do you think the F1 links with Liberty Media could be why we ended up with a track under the same? I mean, it's going to be the comparison, Paul, isn't it? I think that's a great point. Amir, I'll drag you in on this one quickly again, is that the F1 links came the F1 stuff came in and now these links have come back. Maybe there is, or is it just coincidence?
Yeah. Is there any coincidences in life, or is it sometimes, just those one of those sort of planned coincidences?
Yeah, maybe. It wouldn't shock me they would want to improve their portfolio. The one thing I would say though, and before people shoot me, by the way, I would say be careful what you wish for with these people.
Yeah.
I will just say that. We know we want change at this football club. Majority of people do. But I will say with these people, be careful what you wish for. The way that they've turned what the F1 is, and listen, I'm a big F1 fan. They've turned it into an entertainment business. What are Tottenham becoming? I'm just saying.
Do you know what? I've always said that though, Perch. I've always said we can't control who we get as our owners, then if we get more new owners, but I'm always dubious about who we get. Are they going to have the best interest of the club, or are they going to come in and start taking dividends out, or not do it? And actually, you just don't know.
No, I get you. And the only skepticism I have with these F1 people is being an F1 fan. And if there's any F1 fans in the chat, let me know your thoughts. That since Liberty Media have taken over, they have turned everything very, politely saying, Americanized. It's all about the glitz and the glamour. Whereas for me as a diehard F1 fan, I like the sport. I don't really care. But listen, we will only know if that happens. Listen, this is all hypotheticals. And all of it is all very, very hypothetical and all that. That's why I'm just a bit skeptical. That's all. But listen, we'll see. We'll only know. Joseph C. Lewis. Greetings to the Bahamas. Joe, give us some money so we can buy centre halves. Jesus. Eltel. Yeah, exactly. Perchy. Can I be mod? I was on the first one to put a hand up when you were 3. Mike, I've got my sub. I've got my mods. I don't really want too many. That's the only thing. Big up to you though, mate. Because we've got a handful already in there, and I put people that I know, like people like Ben and all this lot. No offense, but I've got loads of mods. But if we run out, we'll big up Daigle. Much love to Brian Daigle. Guys, go over to Tottenham Tour and subscribe to this man. What a guy. Yeah. Oh, you live here? Oh, mate, Martin. Nice. It's hot. Get the aircon on. I agree. 22 likes to 50. Come on, there's 80 of you in here. Smash the likes. 25 from Mitrovic is a bargain. I agree. And Mia, this is a good one for you, by the way. This is a great one for you. Mitrovic for 25 million quid. Yes, he's linked to going to Saudi Arabia. But are you not shocked that other clubs haven't gone in? I think we had this conversation with someone before. I can't remember who it was, but I like Mitrovic. I think he scores a lot of goals in I would say, an average Fulham team that overachieved. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, no, I'm actually surprised that no one else has come in for him, to be fair. I'm just shocked.
I'll be honest, I'm shocked Chelsea didn't go for him. I know they're going down a different route, but they need goals. And there's one that's just down the road, down in Fulham. Well, Chelsea is in Fulham now. Their stadium is, but yeah, I just find that looked like a signing. Yes, it wouldn't look as the glitzy glamour signing, but I think in a Chelsea team, that Mitrovic would go and get you 15 to 20 goals. No?
Yeah, absolutely. And they're crying out for someone like that, surely.
Yeah, no, big up, Hold God. Appreciate your streak considering it's so hot over there. Yeah, mate, it is boiling. It's about, what are we at now? Guess the temperature. What do you think the temperature is now, Mia?
32.
We're at 29, but it's going up to about 32. Okay. We're going to be, next week, it's going to be 34 degrees.
Yeah, jeez. I know, because obviously I know what it's like in Cyprus at the moment.
New sponsor coming out next week. We all know what happens next every time a buyout is mentioned. What's the new sponsor? I didn't think we had a new sponsor coming, but maybe you could be right. Listen, I don't know. I'm not sure where you're going with that one. Listen, I just try. I say it how it is. I don't mess around. Big up Elias. Hope you're doing well. Big up Eltel. How you doing? Sorry, man. It came out wrong. But my point was in your support. Yeah, no. Listen. It's not. No, I get that. Listen, I know what you're trying to say, Dave. But obviously, if I'm going to quote someone, I will give them the credit for who came up with the quote, who I remember the quote was. Obviously, you got to bear in mind, me and Sava talk quite a lot about football on and off stream. We chat a lot about football. So obviously, there's going to be a lot of stuff that me and him talk about, as well as all the creators I chat out to and stuff. So you're saying there is no magic Formula One? Do you know what? I love the Formula One, and I'll always watch it. It's one of the sports I love. I grew up watching. My dad was a massive F1 fan and stuff, and he took me when I was younger, and I just got the bug of it, and I loved it. But I'm finding it now that we're getting it's much more glamorized, Jazz. That's the difference. I think it's a lot more in your face kind of thing. And that's what I'm worried about. That I don't want them to do that with Tottenham. Tottenham's a massively different thing. Tottenham's in my heart. I live and breathe it. So yeah, I would just worry about people like with Liberty Media. That's the only question. Not saying they could be wrong. They could come in and be amazing.
Do you know what? My dad liked F1. I never was really into it, but he used to make us watch it, and it is so different to back then when I used to watch it with him when I was a kid.
Paul O'Connor, do you think being entertainment, they will want the main product, e.g. the football team, to be produced this? Surely, yes, I get your point. I do get what you're trying to say, Paul, but I think it will be much more everything else around Tottenham. It's all about the experience, if that makes sense. So you'll end up, everything will be there. Look at what we're doing now at Tottenham. It's all about the experience. Cinemas going in, hotels going in, but then the football gets neglected. I'm just saying, I'm not advocating yes or no against these guys. I'm not saying that. It's just a concern for me. That's the only thing. It's the only concern. Oi, Uncle Joe, get your check. Yeah, exactly. Joe Lewis is in the track. Go and pay some freaking stuff. 2 words. Look at what happened to Blackburn. Careful what you wish for. Yeah, Blackburn was a mad one, wasn't it? With the Venky's coming in. I mean, they had the old chicken on their Venky's chicken shop on the front of their kit was weird, wasn't it? It was really, really weird. Listen, it's a weird one. Listen, I want change. You know, I want change at this football club. I was just putting caveats to what Liberty Media are like. I know what they do in the F1. You can imagine these American billionaires took over Tottenham. They introduced a weekend NFL F1 car. So, yeah, Tottenham versus Manchester. Yeah, that's what I mean, God. I just worry about that. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. That's just what I would worry about. Oh, yeah. Cousins the Chief. He leads the way. Why can't we change our owners and do something about it? It's kind of becoming an excuse individuals use to not do anything in the situation. But Elias, this is the point I want to make on this. What can any individual do? We say you come out with statements like, do something about it. Give me an example how we're going to get a company that's worth £6 billion to just change owners at a click of a finger. I think that's such a key point here.
Do you know what?
You need a massive industry to do that. We're not talking about a local corner shop or a local suit. Like, do you know what I mean? A local little shop. This is Tottenham is not a football club anymore. It's a multi-franchised environment which has everything in it now. People miss that.
Do you know what I always say, Perch, is that in realistic terms, what do people expect like people to do in realistic terms? You know, I feel like that's exactly what you've got to be, is in realistic terms, because people say these things without thinking about people, situations. There's all different variations in people's lives, and I feel like people just they just say they put it out there without maybe perhaps if you say put them on the spot and say they won't have anything.
You're absolutely spot on what you're saying, though. This is my point with it. When we just come out with statements like, do something about it, give me an example what people will do. We're talking about, as I said, a multi-function company now that does everything. This isn't White Hart Lane anymore. However, if I still call it White Hart Lane, but you know what I'm trying to get at, Mia. This isn't White Hart Lane anymore. This isn't in air quotes, a small stadium. I love White Hart Lane, by the way. I wish we'd never got rid of it. I love White Hart Lane. It was just our little place. But for me, it's all well and good just saying, do something about it. Give me an example. A couple of hundred, listen, before, I'm not slating it, but a couple hundred people protesting, you need to go and make that into 20,000 people. Or what you need is people not going, walking out of the stadiums. But you can't. We're not doing that right now. No one's doing that. So it's such a hard point about it. That's what I'm trying to make of it. No. Susie's the real chief around. Trust me, she's in charge.
Yeah.
She's the boss.
Don't ever argue.
Don't
with
argue
Susie.
with Susie. Trust me, ain't worth the hassle. Nah, I'm joking. I love you. She knows I love her. Bear in mind, exactly. London British Grand Prix. Fans enjoyed the atmosphere. Well, it wasn't in London, it was in Silverstone, but yeah, they enjoyed the Shakira and all that. Yeah, listen, nothing wrong with all that, but like, just imagine, like, we end up before a game, a concert's on or something like that. Like, do you know what I mean? It just loses everything around. It just,
Joe, I can imagine having like a half time at the in America. They do the half time show. That's
you're gonna have all that. And listen, this is, by the way, this is nothing against it. Listen. But all I was doing, listen, I'm not sitting there advocating yes or no to these new owners if they are to come in. And listen, this is just hypothetical, of course, because we don't have a clue. And I'm exactly proud of Jordan's line. Fans can't make owners sell. It's not exactly. Look what use at Newcastle. It took them nearly a decade to get Mike Ashley out, and even when fans weren't even turning up, he still didn't sell because no one got to the price tag he wanted. Do you know what I mean? This is where I get, though, that fans just come out with statements like, oh, well, just get them to sell. It's not as I live in the real world. I'm not naive to think that. Newcastle did, Man United all of a sudden, but Elias, you're missing the point. What it took the Saudis to come in and buy Newcastle. It's taking the Qataris to come and buy Man United. Why can't we? Name me a state that is able to fund a football club like Tottenham. Bear in mind, massive industry now with Tottenham, massive stadium, amazing infrastructure. They've got deals coming out of their backside with the NFL, F1, everywhere. Come on.
And
it's
also,
not as simple as that.
I don't think truly that it was down to the fans that got the owners of Newcastle and Man United out. It was chose to do it.
But of course, it had a point. It had its variables. But let's be honest. If the fans were the reason why Man United's are getting their owners changed, why is it not being done now? It's not done because it's such a massive operation. And like I said, we did it with Alan Sugar. Massive. But you've got to remember, that was such a different time. This was the Tottenham we are now. I think people look at the past and forget that the past was so different. That time we were just a football club, a struggling football club. We're not now. We're a financial powerhouse. Whether we like it or not, we are. And just by saying, get them out, it doesn't work like that. You've got to remember this. By selling, and I said this yesterday on the Hotspur Hood, I was with a few of the guys on there, and I said, whether we like it or not, Daniel Levy is doing what he's told. He's doing the job. He's the remit. Make us a load of money. He walks into his board meetings and goes, "There you go, guys. I've just gone and made you another £2 million because I've upped the ticket prices." Come on. I think we have to just be a bit more. We have to be a bit more screwed on. You have to think about it much more. You have to theorize it a bit more. I think that's the thing. Listen, I'm sitting there saying, I want us to change. I want us to. But it doesn't happen as a click of a finger. It's not like buying a chocolate bar at a supermarket. Do you know what I mean, Mia? Do you get my point?
Yeah, no, exactly. It's not as easy. It's not as black and white as that purchase. There's so many other different variables in it. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah, but this is exactly it, Tom. You love F1 when as a kid, like I did. I'm not sure. I'm assuming you're a little bit older than me, but very similar times back in the sort of 90s. But F1's become very much like our football club. It's all franchise. It's all drama and excitement. Yeah, that's all I say about it. Simon Jordan has said recently, Levy told him 3.5 billion, it didn't even open the door. Thank you, Rooty 2. 3.5 billion doesn't even get you into the door. That's what I mean. it could be up to 6 million to even 6 billion, to have the conversation. But then I get fans just going, we can do it by pressuring them. Where's the person with £6 billion in their back pocket to buy a football club? And they also don't just need 6 billion. They also then need to then forward what people like Elias want is funding for the club. They then need to go and put more money into it to buy players and fund it that way. I just think at the moment we're so desperate for just a bit of success, Mia, that we lose all sense of reality. And I say this all the time. It's just too much. Why would he sell if a week in, week out getting money from nonsense he displays called football? But I'm sorry, Elias, mate. I think you're missing the point. Missing the point here. Massively missing it. So fans need to do something that hurts their pockets. Show me where fans are doing that. As I said on it, 99.2% packed out last season. One of the worst seasons I've ever seen this football club, but it was packed out. People are still going to go to the football, whether you like it or not. It's just unthinkable to think otherwise. Tom, I was more of the Mika Hakkinen era, David Coulthard era. That was when I started watching it, sort of mid-90s. Mika Hakkinen, David Coulthard, Schumacher and Eddie Irvine era. Today's F1 is not yesteryear's F1 yet. When you had real drivers that's a bit harsh. I think there's some good drivers out there in the field on the grid at the moment, Chris. I think it's a little bit harsh. It's all to do with the brand and the experience. Exactly. That's what Spurs have become, and that's what these people like Liberty Media want to do. So when I always say to people, this is exactly my point. This is what I say to people. I said, just be careful what you wish for. If we sell to someone like Liberty Media, it'll be very similar as what I think, Mia.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think it'll be that dissimilar.
Yeah, no. I didn't think we were going to be talking about the owners, to be fair. But I think someone in the quick question brought it up. Guys, we're at 40 likes, 114 of you in here, and we're getting 40 likes. Come on, guys. Help it out. Let's get that. I want 10 of you right now to hit that like button. Come on, let's shoot that up.
When you hit that like button, it's telling YouTube that you like Perchy. So come on, please, guys.
It's a great point because I got told this. If you click the like button, genuinely, what it does, the more likes you get per your viewers at the time, if you're starting to get the same thing, it pushes it out to more people. And obviously, the more people that watch it, the more viewership and the more subscribers, and we can start building this channel up even more. And that's the plan. It's also, and I always say this to everyone. I say this isn't just my channel. This is your channel. You guys watch it. Without you guys, this channel's irrelevant. It's just me chatting in front of a camera for an hour, and no one really wants to see that. I mean, you guys do, but I mean on its own, like just me watching it back to myself. Oi, chicken shop dates. Phil P. Listen, when I'm back in the UK, we'll go on a chicken shop date. That's a deal, my friend. That's a deal.
Who's paying though? Are you splitting it half and half? Has he asked you?
I would treat Phil P to a chicken shop date. I'll treat him.
That's nice.
Yeah, big up Phil P. Every time we have to buy a new spot comes out. Oh God, Brian, have we actually got a new sponsor? I mean, don't get me started about Dulux. That was one of the funniest. Listen, I'm one of those, Mia, and I'd like to get your thoughts. When that Dulux thing all came out, I proper laughed my head off. You know, I can't remember what it was. Someone got sacked for it 100%. Did you remember it?
Yeah, I remember. That was just absolute disaster.
Was it saying we'll go and paint the trophy cabinet or something they tweeted?
Yeah, they tweeted something like that.
Listen, you have to laugh because I think it's hilarious. I laugh at Tottenham all the time because we're hilarious. Yeah, big up Mark Satoshi. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Come on, guys. 2 more likes. Hit that button. Big up, everyone. Yeah, big up, Phil.
Why is it that every time I see Alex in the comments, he's always like, I want to unleash. You need to just...
It's boxy here. It's boxy here.
Yeah, he needs to just chill. He needs to just chill, man.
Alex, do you want to come on for 20 minutes? I'm going to send you the link. I like Alex coming on.
Oh, gosh.
You know what's fun? What I love about Alex is he goes on he talks a lot, and then I don't have to say much, and then I finish up. It's brilliant. Mr. Box Office is en route. Come on, Boxy. Let's have it out. Do something that hurts their pockets, mate. Elias, I do. I haven't put money into the system for 2 years. Before you shoot me down, I practice what I preach. I don't go to games anymore. I don't buy kits from the club. I don't buy anything from the football club. So just when you say that, I do my bit. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I think
Always. I've done my bit for 2 years now.
I think the problem is, Perch, is that everyone's allowed to try and do it in their own way. So if they want to go to the games and do the balloon things, then that's like put all the balloons and that, having Levy out on the balloons, fine. That's cool if that's what they want to do. But don't point fingers and say you're not doing enough, you know? Like at the end of the day, nobody knows what people are personally doing.
I think you're spot on, Mia, and I think this is the key part. I think what everyone believes that their way is right. Like, for example, I believe my way is right. I don't give them money. I don't put money into the system. I believe I'm doing the right thing. But others will go, no, do you know what? We need to make it public and it needs to be live so people want to protest. Then other people go, you know what? We're going to do within the stadium. We're going to protest within the stadium. Each way is fine. The problem what you've got, and this is the only problem I've always said, is that everyone's kind of doing a bit of everything, but no one's kind of collectively gone, I'm going to do it together.
Yeah.
So for example, this is what I always say to people. I said, if people are going to protest, if everyone's got the same mindset on what they think about this ownership, do it together. That's weird. Alex, welcome, my friend. How are you doing, sir?
I was great. I'm great. I'm dealing with a lot of trolls.
I thought you were taking a sabbatical from YouTube, and you seem to just come on every channel now.
Yeah, you know what, Perchy. You know what? I'm a sado, bruv. I should have taken some leave. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean.
You keep saying it, but you love it. You love it.
Do you know what? He loves to spread the word of the waffle. He just likes to spread his waffle.
No, it's not waffle. Mia, I'm sorry to interrupt you because that's really rude me doing that. It's not waffle. It's the truth because people just can't handle it on the Tottenham fan base. You know what I mean? Because like I said before, on Igal's channel, big up to him by the way. There's a reason why I've not been on the football terrace and all the neutral streams because I'm mostly arguing my own fans who are sad. Some of them, not some of you. You know what I mean? Some people that can't understand the fact that we need to that say that Kane needs to leave. Listen to what Bonglahor, even though he's not won nothing, he's a loser as well. Look what Bonglahor said about on TalkSport. Yeah, right. The fact is, the guy wants to leave. It's obvious, yeah. Why is it that he's spoken to the agent already?
I'm trying to not have a Harry Kane conversation.
Well, this is the point, though. It's not because, unfortunately, Perchy, as Tottenham fans, the gift that keeps on giving, keep on. And I had somebody yesterday on Alan's stream, big up to Alan on Time Added On, said that, oh, well, Kane wants to just sign a new contract. Really? Oh, Kane's still a legend if he doesn't win no trophies. Okay, I asked two major fans, Manchester United fans, Neats, who talks a load of sense, by the way, yeah, and somebody else, yeah, Don, a Chelsea fan, yeah. I asked them straight up to the point. If Drogba and Ronaldo didn't win no trophies, they had the biggest record going. Are they legends? No, straight to the point, and that's it. So why is it Tottenham fans don't understand that, bruv?
You know
why did they not understand that?
Mate, I don't know.
And then you've got now people in the chat telling me, oh, don't have Mr. Botsov on the stream, bruv. Yeah, trolls on the stream, bruv. Yeah, right? No disrespect, bruv.
On the channel.
No disrespect, bro. Yeah, I'm the one that talks the truth, bruv. Yeah, because I'm fed up with hearing people telling me I need to be balanced, bruv. Yeah, if you want to be balanced, go to the chamber, bruv, a political chamber, bruv, and that's all I need to say, and that's it, bruv. Yeah, because that's where you need to be diplomatic, bruv. Yeah. That's where you need to be diplomatic. Because I ain't being diplomatic, yeah? Get the same old thing. The only thing that you're not going to get from me is that I'll do something new on my channel like I'm working on right now. And then you'll see some balanced conversation and that's it. Back to you, Perch, I'm done. And I'm sorry, Mia, but I'm sorry. This is how it goes every single time, Mr. Box Office. Back to you, I'm done.
Do you know what I'm actually going to say? I agree with you because I've been arguing with people, Alex. Do you know what people are telling me? People are telling me if he goes over to Bayern and he wins a trophy at Bayern and wins the league, that's not a big deal because it's Bayern. And when I say, what about Lewandowski? Lewandowski played. Does that mean that he's less of a player because he played in the Bundesliga? Come on, what is wrong with people? Seriously?
No, I think it's Premier League bias, Mia. Unfortunately, I'll say it how it is. It's Premier League bias. People look at the Premier League and think, we've got a few questions, though. I want to just ask out Full Ball's put 3 in because big up to Full Ball. School predictions against the Lions City Sailors versus Spurs. It wouldn't shock me if we lose 1-0, but now I think it'll be it's a pre-season friendly. Who cares? I don't. Yeah. Who else have we got? Are you going to watch the game at the Camp Nou? No, because it's not going to be at the Camp Nou. It's at the Olympic Stadium. They're knocking Camp Nou down. They've got the big diggers chopping it away because they're making it massive now. They're making it into a 100,000 seater stadium. So it's going to be at the Olympic Stadium, and I will be there the day after my birthday, which I can't wait for. I can't wait. It's going to be good. And lastly, Bale or Ginola, Modric or Gaza, or Defoe or Keane. So I'm assuming it's Bale. Yeah, Bale or Ginola, Modric or Gaza, Defoe or Keane. I'll let you start this.
Simple.
Oh, this is
David
so
Ginola.
hard.
David Ginola all day
Yeah,
long.
it'd be Ginola. Oh God, I love. But Gaza was something special. So it have to be Gaza, man.
I know my three.
And then, I love Defoe and I love Keane. So Defoe.
I'll put. Is this put in order? Is this put in order?
No. So you pick one of each, basically. Bale or Ginola, Modric or Gaza, or Defoe or Keane.
Okay, so I put Ginola first. Modric, another one.
Oh, you got Modric.
The only reason why is because I wasn't interested in football when Gaza was around at Tottenham, and Robbie Keane because I loved his celebration. But I love Defoe as well.
See, I'm going to go. I wasn't lucky enough to see the likes of Ginola and Gaza, but I'm going to say both of them. I mean, from what I've seen, amazing. I didn't get to see him live, but I'm going to go Defoe over Keane because there's one reason. Defoe just seemed. I love Robbie Keane, by the way. This is nothing on Robbie Keane because he's an amazing football player. But Jermaine Defoe just did it, didn't he? It didn't matter who he was with. He was scoring for fun, and I think he's so underrated, Jermaine Defoe. He was so underrated. I love Jermaine Defoe. I thought
and Joe Ellis. I love him as a person as well. He's such a nice guy as well, man. I've got a lot of respect for Defoe. I love him.
Such a lovely bloke. Genuinely, such a lovely bloke.
I think for me, Defoe shown his quality when he left Tottenham, which was the biggest mistake. Again, we made so many mistakes. We have made so many mistakes, and then he went to Portsmouth and won the FA Cup. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was the biggest mistake Tottenham, and he just completely rinsed us to pieces when he went over to Portsmouth. And it was not a surprise that we gone and bought him back again, isn't it? Because of Harry Redknapp. So, it was a bad mistake.
I've got one here. Rude Suits put a great one in here. So the Spurs statement regarding the ticket prices. This is great. This is great bollocks. We're fully aware of the current rising of cost of living, and as such, are only one of only 3 Premier League clubs to freeze season ticket prices for the coming season. Our match ticket prices are comparable to other London clubs with a wide range of price points available for fans. Yeah, no, sorry, I don't buy it. I've said
it on my channel already, Mr. Box Office TV on that already. I did a short video.
If you don't know, you better get to know.
So I'm sorry. I like I say, I just think they put so much pressure on Postecoglou. By the way, they put so much pressure on him.
Exactly.
You know what? To him, I still think he needs to prove himself. If he doesn't have if it's a bad run, with the ball, we'll back him. But good on him. What he said after the questions of Harry Kane, it's about the team. He said it completely. He summed it up perfectly. It's about the team. It's about the team. Why are we talking about Kane for? You know what I mean?
You brought Harry Kane up. I didn't.
Well, no. But I'm just saying what Postecoglou said. Yeah,
but he has to though. You've got to bear in mind he's the new manager. Of course, Harry Kane is going to be one of the first questions being asked. He's Harry Kane.
No. But my point is, he answered the question perfectly.
Yeah, he was bang on, by the way. I loved it.
It's about the team. That's the point.
Agreed.
You know what I mean? The system should be about the team, not about one player. Not about one player. And that is a fantastic answer. Yeah?
And you know what else I liked about it? I liked when he said it's people who define the environment. That means that it's not about him. It's about those attitudes of the players. And he said it's not just bringing one player in. It's building something that people believe in, because winning is more than just having the winner's mentality. It's more about actually building something that you believe in. And I like that. That's very true.
I mean, he still needs to prove himself.
Of course.
The whole thing that I'm not talking about just Postecoglou, because I'm not really pushing it on him. I'm looking at the board now. My point is that I think what he's saying is exactly what the values of what Tottenham Hotspur should have been over the years. And if
Agreed.
that can be put into fruition over the for next season, that's what we can get behind, and that's it. Because I'm fed up of hearing, oh, if Harry Kane doesn't play, we're in trouble. You know what I mean? You know, it shouldn't be that situation. And this is going to take time for me. You know what I mean? That's not just going to happen over just a switch of a finger, like they said. You know what I mean? But if he can get that ahead, that's what people can get behind. They can get behind that, and I think that's a fantastic answer, because he's going to get a lot of questions about Harry Kane. A lot of questions. I think he's going to get fed up with it, to be honest with you. And I don't blame him, to be honest with you. But yeah.
No, I get your point. I think it needs to be sorted. He came in today. He didn't look too upset. He walked in as normal.
Romero walked in looking very sexy. I'm going to say he looked lush when I walked in.
I mean, Lo Celso didn't even like. He came in with, I think, with a suitcase. Was quite brilliant. Yeah. He's like he just landed from Villarreal and came back.
Do you reckon he's packing up his stuff? Do you reckon that's why he bought a suitcase? He's going to pack up all his bits and pieces.
No, you joke. You're probably right. No, you're right. I think it might be. It could be that he's on his way. He's just clearing out his desk, so to speak. Yeah, no, I'm just. Oh dear, guys. Where was I? Yeah, sorry. Back to sort of this sort of ownership sort of thing. Obviously, have you heard this, Alex? That the Liberty Media, they've got F1 people are trying to get a majority shareholdings of Tottenham. What's your thoughts?
What is there to say, Perchu? What is there?
Honestly, firstly, do you believe it? Second of all, would that sort of result in for you to feeling like, okay, well, maybe we're going forward because we've got new owners? Or are you in the camp where I'm at, which is, I'm going to say something that you say a lot. For me, with these people, I will need to see it, what they do when they come in, because I would worry that they're going to be exactly the same.
Listen,
does that make sense?
Listen, I've got nothing to say on it, because at the end of the day, it's just all filler news for me, as far as I'm concerned. You know what I mean? Listen, Perchy, I'm an old school guy. I just don't care until it happens. I don't care. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fair. I get that as well.
That's the thing. I'm just an old school guy, and the thing is though, and Danny just summed it up perfectly. We know what we're getting with these owners because they said it already when they took over the club already. You know what I mean? The only thing I'm angry about is what they're doing at the moment is pricing out people like myself and families. Yeah,
agreed.
It's wrong. It's absolutely wrong. They're putting pressure on the players and themselves now. Right? The happiness that they had with Postecoglou positiveness and everything else has disappeared. Well, I don't care about the signings. Yeah, you're doing your job. Great. You're doing your job. Yeah. Right. But what you're doing now is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Yeah. And as far as I'm concerned, it's putting more expectation on yourself now, because now I'm sitting there saying, I don't need to hear the excuses. We can't get two defenders in. I can't hear the excuses. You can't get a midfielder in now. Yeah, I don't want to hear that you ain't got no money problems anymore, because the money that you're taking from us should be into that club straight away.
But it's not though. It's nothing. It's a drop in the ocean.
That's the point.
£2 million.
That's the point. That's the point though, Perchy. And it's pricing out fans and young people and families, and it's disgusting. Yeah.
No, I agree.
Sorry, it's football.
I agree with you here.
Working
with the ticket
people.
pricing, I was flabbergasted with it. I said,
should be for the working people, Perchy. It should be for the working people. Yeah. Sorry, you know what I mean?
I agree with you.
It's not. It shouldn't be a luxury. No, it's not. It should be a luxury, but I'm just saying it should be. Oh, you should. If someone said that, I can't remember what it is now.
No, they use the term. They use the term. It's a privilege.
Privilege, yeah. No. People suffer. Oh, okay, right. I need to try and do this correct. Me saying this because there are people suffering at the moment. People are suffering from mental health at the moment. Yeah. Right. That might be their best day going to see people. Yeah. Right. We might have deluded Tottenham fans, but there are people out there. Right, and please separate the two. I'm not saying people are deluded by No. The mental health side. Well, I'm talking about the mental health side here, right? Mental health. There are people out there that go to just see their friends. Go and see their friends.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the only time they can see their friends and family.
agreed.
Yeah, right. And it's very important. It's a ritual for them. Yeah, and then they've got to start choosing between their happiness coming home from work, right, and then looking forward to a game, then and then worrying about how much they need to pay for their bills next week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's disgusting. I'm
No,
sorry.
I
Yeah,
agree.
and I'm
It's
sorry.
just
I can't hold it back with that one, and that's it. Yeah, and you can tell me I'm a melt and that's it, but I don't really care
no,
anyway
but no.
because
Do you
that's
know what,
Alex's
Alex?
job,
Like, listen, me and you.
Alex's problem as well, and it affects Alex as well. So I've got a
No,
problem with it
I
as well.
get that
Back
though,
to you,
mate.
Perchy. I'm done.
No, but Alex, I actually, do you know what? Like me and you debate about stuff. We disagree on a lot of stuff, but do you know what? This is the one point I agree with. I think fans are the lifeblood of any football club. Without fans, as a football club's nothing. Do you know what I mean? Without 60,000 people selling out the stadium every single game, club's nothing. Club's nothing. Let's be frank and honest. Would we all be supporting the club in League Two? Yes. If we were in the Conference League, would we still be going there week in, week out? Yes. Not everyone, but the sort of, and someone put it in there exactly, legacy fans, which is that terminology that I can't stand. It was so degrading. Legacy fans, no, basically die-hard fans who do live and breathe the football club. Have some respect. I'm not saying you, Daniel. It was the idiots that came out and said it about it. It was the old Super League stuff, weren't it? But this is where it's come to. I predicted it. In a decade or two's time, there'll be no such thing as season ticket holders. They'll get rid of them. They don't need season ticket holders, Alex. They don't need you there. They don't need me there. They don't need me there. They don't need the 123 people of you in here, but they might want the 55 likes. Why is that not more? Come on. Sorry, that was terrible. I apologize. Mia's going to slack me off for that one. Damn, I tried it. But on a serious term though, they don't need these people. They don't need us because what they want, Alex, they want Barry to do not. Oh, terrible analogy, but you know what I mean. They want Joe Bloggs down the road to turn up with his kids, so they go in the shop, they buy the kids full kits because they want them. The kids want them. He buys a shirt with his name and number on the back. Maybe he wants all the badges and stuff. Goes into the stadium where he's bought 3 tickets for him and his 2 boys. The boys are hungry, so he goes and gets some lunch. Goes and buys a pint. Sits down, watches the game, decides to have a drink with them so they can sit around and spend time there. Then they don't come again for another season. They want those fans every single week. They don't care about the guy that goes in, goes, I've had my season ticket for 60 years. I go in, I sit down, watch the game, and then go to the pub after. Doesn't benefit them. Doesn't benefit the club anymore. I'm just saying. People think I'm crazy when I say it, but I say give it 2 decades, we won't have season ticket holders. And when you say there'll be a Super League in the next decade, they've already desensitized the idea. I need coffee. The Super League already exists. It's called the Premier League. I'll say it. I say it again. We're living in the Super League era. We are the Super League.
Do you know what made me laugh? Going back a bit, I know we don't want to go and talk about it too much, but the Harry Kane thing, when people tell me about him going to Bayern, I'm like, but if he went to Man City, would that have been any different? Would that have been any different for him to go to a club where they just win all the time? Of course it wouldn't be no different. We have got that over here in the Premier League because they're basically winning everything.
Yeah. No, I agree. This is the problem though. Like as I said, I say it how it is. I'm uncensored. I say it. So's Alex. Say things how I feel. I just get really, really frustrated at the moment. Genuinely, massively frustrated on the way that we, as I said, the way we do business. It's frustrating. We then rip off fans. I think the ripping off of fans really winds me up. Just come on. The people who deserve it don't need to be ripped off here.
And Joe, what's worse, Perch, is that people started giving a little bit of goodwill, right? People were going, right, we've got Ange, we've got Maddison, we've got a couple of signings in. Okay, we need centre backs. But people started to kind of, in general, not everybody, but in general, started having a bit of goodwill. Bam! The club are like, no, we
Yeah,
don't
agree.
want that. Let's
I
not
agree.
do that. Why
But
are they
Mia,
doing it? So
Mia, they do it.
stupid.
Mia, they've done it twice in the space of a week, though. It's mental.
I know.
Listen, we get the news about Van der Ven, that we're very close to it. What do? The day after? Boom. Season tickets have gone up. So everyone gets angry again. Then what happens? We all kind of calm down from that. We announce Manor Solomon. So people get excited. New signing, whether you want him or not. But regardless of that, Manor Solomon comes in. And then what do they do day after? Or the evening of that whole thing? An Eric Dyer documentary. It's like someone sitting in there going, let's see how we can make them go like this all the time. It's like a wave. We get him up there and then we bring him down here, then back up. Then what's going to happen next is we're going to announce the signing of Van der Ven, and then everyone's going to get excited again. And then what's going to happen is that they're going to pull out of Tapsoba, so we're down again.
That's why
madness.
I know my football club. Unfortunately, I know my football club, and this is the thing. I say this, and people don't understand. What they think I'm just being negative for negative reasons. I'm not negative. I'm just being honest. You know what I mean? I can only be honest with what I feel at the moment, because if I'm acting like somebody else, why am I on stream for, bro? Why am I on stream?
Why are you on stream, bro?
You know what I mean? You know, it might as well. You might as well just see just a blanket speaking to you. You know what I mean? No disrespect. You know, I'm just honest, and that's it. I do recognise that because I do get fed up. I'm getting fed up with talking the same thing about the same thing. So I am doing something new on my channel. That's why you haven't seen me. I'm working on it. I am working on it. You see what I'm saying? So that's the thing. That's not me being. The thing is, I can only go on what I'm seeing at the moment. Again, as I said before, he needs to have a bad run of how many games with no wins, right?
No,
and then we'll see whether he's going to get back.
For me, Alex, I get what you're saying, but that for me, that relies on the fan base to support them. What I'm there. Oh, sorry about that. Oh, I'm there. But that for me, I do get what you're trying to say there. Is that, but that for me is more about the fans. The fans have to support this manager through thick and thin now.
Oh yeah,
we have a duty. I get what no, Alex, I actually agree with you, by the way. I agree. I'm just sort of making my point. This is about the fan base has to support the manager through thick and thin now. We have to support the manager in jest of the ownership.
Oh yeah, I hear what you're saying, Perchy, but the fact is that the owners have to have a little bit of cojones. And,
agreed.
Agreed. Whether the fans are not happy or not, they need to go with what their gut feeling was with the manager in the first place. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm sorry,
but I think, but Alex, if it doesn't work out with Postecoglou, doesn't that just prove that it doesn't matter who's in charge?
I know, but
because it hasn't worked with elite managers like Jose and Conte.
It's not the case of having the guy. I'm saying that the fans, whatever the fans think at the end of the day, the owners picked this guy because they believed in this guy and they gave him 4 years. Right, so if they believe that, stick with him when he's going through a bad spell.
No, I agree with you.
You need to give yourself. You need to show you've got bottle, and you've got cojones, and you back your man. You back Scott Munn. That's the most important thing here. Yeah. He's delayed to come back to Tottenham, to come into Tottenham, right. So regardless of what the fans think, you've got a plan. It's like a WWE, for instance, You've got a storyline,
Yep.
You want the storyline to go from the beginning to middle to end. We always get to the beginning part, and then we don't even get to the middle part. You know what I mean? Because that plan is always switched up every single time, because one man who's in charge, and you know who I'm talking about, the guy that's retired now, I'm not going to mention him, keeps on doing last-minute changes. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. And that's what I'm saying. You've got to stick with your plan, regardless if you're falling down the table, right, and you're doing badly, you stick with your man. You say to your guy, well, okay, this is a bad run, but if we get through this, he might be doing well as well. And Brighton have proved this as well with Graham Potter. Yeah. You know what I mean? And look how they came into position. Then they got the Derby. You know, I'm sorry, I'm making a point here.
You're right. No, you're bang on. I agree with you. I think as not just as an ownership, as a fan base, we have to back this guy through thick and thin. I genuinely think we have to support Postecoglou because and I say this and I say this again. I constantly say it. It's going to be very bit tough this season. We're going to have games where we go, fucking hell, we were crap. And we're going to have games where we go, bloody hell, we just won 4-0 against, I don't know, Wolves. Just random one. Sorry, Wolves Finland, if you're in the chat. I just picked a random team in there. So we're going to have moments like that. It's going to be up and down. It's going to be very tricky. I just feel at the moment now, as I said, you're right. We have to back this guy through thick and thin this season. I want to end it in a minute. I wanted to end it in a minute because I've got to run away.
Yeah, no, but it's just the ownership have to do it though, Perchy, because if they do it,
but it's collective.
But the ownership are very, very important in this because if they do it against the fans, they will shut up. No disrespect, the fans will shut up. Yeah, because it's exactly what happened with Arteta. They were all shouting for. Most of them were shouting for Arteta out.
Yeah, agreed.
And that was it. And when Arsenal kept him, yeah, right, they kept with it, and then they started proving what Arteta started proving himself, and that was it. But the fans were totally against him, and the ownership didn't buckle.
That's fair. That's a very fair
ownership and the board are really important. It doesn't matter what the fans think. I could say Postecoglou out, yeah. The owners just need to say sorry, no. Because this guy has shown us a little bit more than what the other managers did. And this is what we want to move forward. Yeah. This is our plan.
Alex,
we should stick to middle to end, regardless what the fans think. Because if you do that, the fans will be on board straight away. Because that is exactly what happened with Pochettino. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Martignol. Yeah. People started to love him because he showed a little bit. And they gave him a little bit of slack, and then we started to look good, and that's it. And that's what we need to do, yeah. Alex, and that's what my point has been all along. And that's it.
I agree with you, Alex. I agree with everything you just said there. Last question from Full Ball. Thank you for sending in your questions. Much love to you, mate. Will any of you watch Eric Dyer documentary? No. I don't have Spurs play because I'm not a lunatic. Sorry, who's buying that? Sorry, has anyone here genuinely got that?
No.
Is anyone in the chat got Spurs play? I don't know of anyone that's actually got Spurs play.
What? I'd rather watch my dogs take a dump than watch that documentary.
No, I'm on about just that Spurs play thing anyway. You've actually got this subscription done. I mean, imagine getting that subscription. It's mental. But yeah, I love to know if anyone in the chat's got it. I want to just say at the moment, guys, thank you very much for coming on. We're going to wrap up in a minute. As always, I always say on Friday charity stream. So tomorrow's the last stream before the charity stream. You guys are obviously welcome. You know you are welcome. You're involved to come along and join in for it. Guys, please smash the likes. Please subscribe if you haven't. Some horrible person unsubscribed to me. Who's doing that?
Evil.
One person subscribed to get me up to 1,160. There's got to be one of you in there that hasn't. Let's do it. And obviously go and subscribe to these lovely, lovely people. Yes, Ben, see? My stopwatch. Ben is my stopwatch. Go and subscribe to these lovely people. Ben, go and whack their links in the chat. We get one more subscriber to get to 1,160. That'll be lovely. And then we're going to wrap up and I'm going to go do some work. And I've got an afternoon of a lot of work and then go to bed because I need to catch up with some sleep after doing a lot of streaming yesterday. On that note, guys, thank you very much. Have a lovely afternoon. Always a pleasure, never a chore. And I will see every one of you guys tomorrow.